Hi, it's Therese from Lost in Paper, back with another video tutorial for Scrapbook Boutique. Today I'm going to share with you a really easy technique called faux letterpress. I'm using one of these new Spellbinders Embossabilities. They're the larger folder, 5x7, they're fantastic. And this one's called Ornamental Iron. I have a piece of cardstock cut to 13.5 by 9 centimeters, and the best thing about these embossabilities is you actually get two designs in them. So one design's on the inside, and to create something using the other design, you just flip it over. So really good value for money. I have one of the new Memento colours. This one's called Toffee Crunch, and I'm just going to run this over the raised edge on the inside of the folder here. And then place my cardstock in there and run it back and forth through the big shot. Oops. Just place my cardstock, try and get that fairly straight if I can. Close that over, and the sandwich for a big shot using the embossabilities is no tabs, and then place the folder and then just use one cutting plate, and then just, like I said, I'm just going to roll this through a couple of times. Just have to be a little bit careful when you're taking the paper out, so as not to end up with any ink where you don't want it to be. And you just need to use either a baby wipe, or you could run this under the tap just to give it a clean after, get the ink off it. I've pre-cut a label from My Favourite Things. It's one of the dynamic sets. This one's called Vertical Greetings 2. And I'm going to do some stamping using this Flourishes set. This one's called Cherry Blossoms. So first I just want to ink the edges of the label, and I've got some pumice stone distress ink here, and just with a foam pad, just start off with the label and then just work in a little bit. I don't want too much on here, just a little bit. So that'll be fine. I'm going to stamp my greeting out of this set and one of the blossom images. So I'm use another of the Memento new colours. These things are really affordable and they're such nice colours. I'm really enjoying them. I nearly got them all because of course I need them. Sentiment. Just use my Fiskars stamp press to make sure that it's going to be straight. This colour is called Espresso Truffle. Stamp my sentiment in the lower right corner. And just grab this cherry blossom here. I found I've been doing a lot of stamping recently in coloured inks instead of just using black all the time, and I'm really enjoying how it looks once you colour them in. They look so different. Just going to stamp this flower. Second time, and I'll just colour this little panel in now with some Prismacolor pencils. I'll have all the links on my blog for the colours that I've used, and I'll just use some Zest It to blend. Okay, so I've finished colouring that now. I'm just going to adhere it to some Scrapbook Boutique coffee, it's called, cardstock. It's a nice dark brown colour. And then I'm just going to trim out around the edge on the right hand side and create border. I'll mount this onto the card. Okay, now I'm just going to piece my card together. I've got a card that's finished size is 15 by 10.5 centimetres, and I've got my faux letterpress panel. I'm going to use some foam dimensionals. I'll put some foam squares on the back of this panel because they're not quite as thick as the this to that foam dots, and I'll use those on my sentiment panel. One last final thing, I've got some Rangers cinnamon stickles, and I'm just going to add these to the centre of the flowers. Just a few little dots. So they don't sit out like that, I'll just give a little flick from behind the card so they flatten out a little bit. So I hope you've had some fun today. You can find all of these products at Scrapbook Boutique, or I'll have them linked at my blog. Thanks for joining me.